Hello friends, welcome back to Akar Physics classes. We are going through a series of classes under the chapter. The name of the chapter is motion, and the session which we are going to start today is the 11th one. Okay, and today our topic is representation of motion through graph. Okay. Now, before starting with graphical presentation of motion, let me tell you two things. That speed, whenever distance is considered, whenever I'm going to use the word distance, it can be used for displacement. The word displacement, and whenever the speed is going to be considered, it can be so. Distance is going to be considered with speed, and displacement is going to be considered for velocity, and the graph for both the cases are going to be same. So keep this in mind. Wherever distance time graph is shown and speed is under discussion, it means we can take their velocity also. We can consider velocity as well. Okay. So don't get confused with it, but just the direction is provided in case of velocity and displacement, else everything will be same as distance and speed. Okay. Now here you have to see that there are two types of graphs which we are going to study. Okay, the first type of graph is distance time graph, and the second one is a speed time graph. Okay, so in distance time graph, this will provide you the speed. Okay, this is going to provide you the speed, or you can just calculate through these type of graphs your speed. Okay, and with this type of graphs you can just find out the acceleration. Okay, so it is going to give you acceleration. Many things are there. This we will study after in the next session. Okay, now let us see what is there in distance time graph. Okay, when we are going to study distance time graph, just keep in mind that when uniform speed, when a body moves with a uniform speed, it covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. Okay, and when it happens, when the distance traveled, when equal distances in equal intervals of time is covered, in that case what happens, that distance traveled is, so the second point here is that distance traveled is directly proportional to distance traveled is directly, this is the symbol of directly proportional to time. Okay, now what does it mean? What is the meaning of directly proportional? It means that if distance is going to increase, then time is going to increase. If distance is going to decrease, then time is also going to decrease. Okay, this is the meaning of proportionality, that there is a direct relation between the two quantities. One is increasing, then the other will also increase. One is decreasing, then the other will also decrease. Okay, so you are going to get here distance time graph of a body when it moves with uniform speed. It always gives you what? It always gives you a straight line. What it gives you? A straight line. So you can say that distance time graph implies you a straight line. Okay, this will provide you a straight line. Okay, straight line will show you that there is proportionality, there is a proportional relation, okay, in between distance and time. Okay, and what is the speed? Its speed is uniform here. That means equal distances are covered in equal intervals of time. Now let us draw the graph. Say we are having, when we are considering a graph, we are having two ordinates. One is x-axis and the other one is y-axis. X-axis is shown, time is shown on x-axis, and distance is shown on y-axis. Okay, now the uniform speed of the object, this is the origin. Okay, we call it as origin, right? And uniform speed is shown by a straight line. Okay, say this is your uniform speed. Say this is A. Suppose body is moving from O to A. This is O. This body is moving from O to A. Okay, now this is your uniform speed. This is your uniform speed. Then what does it mean if this is uniform speed? Now let us do one thing. Okay, we are going to calculate speed now in this case. Okay, this is the distance time graph and this is our speed. Okay, now we are going to find out the speed with the help of this graph. Okay, for that what we will do, we are going to draw one perpendicular from, just drop a perpendicular from this to this axis. Okay, on the x-axis drop a perpendicular from point, say A. Okay, let this point to be A and say this is B. Okay, and if this is a perpendicular which is dropped from A to B, and then if you are going to draw a parallel line, so if this is suppose C. Okay, so what you can observe from this, from the graph, what do you see from the graph? From the graph, what do you get? From the graph you can see that speed can be given by, see here the speed is what? The distance time graph of a body, it actually gives you the speed. Okay, now to find the speed of any body which is moving from origin and with uniform speed, in that case to find the speed, what we have done, we have just dropped one perpendicular from here to here and we have just joined this in parallel to this line. Okay, we have joined C to A. Okay, now we know that from the graph we know that speed is given by what? Speed, the formula of speed is what? It is distance traveled or distance covered upon time taken. Okay, we show it by distance covered upon time taken. Sorry, so when distance covered upon time taken, so we can write here distance covered is how much? You can see this is the distance from here to here, A, it has reached from O to A. So distance covered is this much. Now since it is parallel to this and it is perpendicular is dropped here, so it is, this OC is parallel to AB. So instead of writing OC, or you can write here, let me write first OC, and time taken is what? Time is T, right? Here time is from here to here T, that is OB. Now this OC can be written as what? OC can be written as AB. Okay, this OC is equal to AB. Can you see? This OC is equal to AB. So the same distance is here, right? So we can write, instead of OC, we can write AB. Right? We can write AB. So AB upon OB. Can we write like this? This AB upon OB, actually it gives you what? In maths, we know that this gives you a slope. This is the slope. What is this? This is giving the slope. This upon this, it gives you the slope. You can see here, this upon this, it gives you the slope. And slope of the distance time graph actually gives you the uniform speed of the body. This slope gives you the uniform speed of the body. Understood? Have you understood that if what we have done, we have taken the graph and we have just dropped one perpendicular from the point where it has reached. From there we have drawn a perpendicular. This perpendicular, since it is a perpendicular, so definitely it is going to be parallel to this line, and so the distance whichever is here, whichever is covered here, that is considered here also, means this OC is equal to AB. So instead of writing distance covered here OC, we are going to write what? We will write AB. What we have written? AB. And then time taken is what? Time taken is OB. So we have written here OB. So AB upon OB finally gives you the slope. AB upon OB gives you what? It gives you the slope. It is gradient. Actually it is what? It is gradient. This slope is gradient. We call it as gradient. Okay. So this gives you the speed, and that is why we say that this, with the help of this distance time graph, we can find the speed of the, we can calculate the speed of the body. This is why we say that with the help of this type of graph, this distance time graph, we calculate this the speed of a body, as well as we can, with the help of this, we can calculate the distance covered. Thank you.